In the warm waters of the tropics, there is a shark so large that it can be longer than a bus, yet so calm that divers often describe seeing it as peaceful rather than frightening. This is the whale shark, the largest known fish alive today. Its name sounds confusing because it combines two very different animals, whale and shark. But the whale shark is not a whale, and it is not a mammal. It is a true shark, a cartilaginous fish that breathes through gills and belongs to an ancient group of ocean animals. The word whale simply points to its size. A reliably recorded individual measured about 18.8 meters, or nearly 62 feet. That makes the whale shark not only the biggest fish, but also the largest living animal that is not a whale or dolphin. The whale shark's scientific name is Rhynchodon typus, and it occupies a lonely position in the tree of life. It is the only living species in its genus, Rhynchodon, and the only living member of its family, Rhynchodontidae. That means there is no close living cousin that is quite like it. Like other sharks and rays, it belongs to a group called cartilaginous fishes, whose skeletons are made mostly of cartilage rather than bone. This lighter, flexible internal structure is part of what makes sharks so distinct from bony fish. Yet even among sharks, the whale shark is unusual. Many sharks are known for speed, teeth, and active hunting. The whale shark has gone in another direction entirely. It became a slow-moving giant that survives by filtering enormous volumes of seawater. At first glance, the whale shark looks built for intimidation. It has a massive body, a broad head, and an enormous mouth. But its feeding strategy is almost the opposite of what people expect from a giant shark. Whale sharks are active filter feeders. Instead of chasing large prey, they swim through areas rich in plankton, krill, fish eggs, and small schooling fish such as sardines and anchovies. Their gill structures act like a living sieve. As water passes through, tiny food items are trapped and swallowed, while the water flows back out. A whale shark can process more than 6,000 liters of water per hour. That is a staggering amount, but the food inside each mouthful may be tiny. Its size depends on finding dense patches of small life again and again. This diet reveals one of the whale shark's most interesting contradictions. The largest fish in the world depends on some of the smallest organisms in the sea. Plankton and fish eggs may seem insignificant, but when ocean conditions concentrate them in huge numbers, they can support giants. The whale shark is therefore tied to the hidden rhythms of marine productivity, spawning events, plankton blooms, currents, temperature changes, and seasonal upwellings. It does not need one large meal, it needs the ocean to gather millions of small particles into the right place at the right time. This also explains why whale sharks cannot simply live anywhere. They need warm, productive waters where food becomes concentrated enough to make filter feeding worthwhile for such a large animal. Whale sharks inhabit open waters across all tropical oceans, and they are rarely found in water colder than about 21 degrees Celsius, or 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Warm water is not just a comfort zone, it defines much of their range. These sharks are highly migratory, traveling thousands of miles as they follow seasonal food sources across vast ocean spaces. Their movements can seem mysterious because they spend so much time far from shore, beyond easy observation. But at certain times, they gather predictably at coastal feeding sites. Famous examples include Ningaloo Reef in Western Australia, the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, and waters off Gujarat and Kerala in India. These gatherings are not random social events. They happen where the sea creates a temporary feast. When whale sharks gather in large numbers, they give scientists and visitors a rare window into their lives. In these feeding aggregations, the invisible processes of the ocean become visible. Fish may be spawning, plankton may be blooming, or currents may be concentrating food near the surface. The sharks arrive because the energy is there. For researchers, these sites are important because they make it possible to photograph individuals, study growth, track movements, and understand how whale sharks use coastal habitats. Their spotted patterns can even help identify individuals, much like a fingerprint. But these same predictable gatherings can also make the animals vulnerable. If humans know where whale sharks will appear, tourism, fishing activity, and boat traffic can all concentrate around the same places. Despite their immense size, whale sharks are widely known for being docile. They pose no significant threat to humans because their bodies are not designed for attacking large prey. Their feeding system is built around filtering small organisms, not biting swimmers or hunting marine mammals. This gentle reputation has made them one of the most admired sharks in the world. Encounters with them often change how people think about sharks as a group. Still, docile does not mean domesticated, and harmless does not mean invulnerable. A whale shark is a wild animal with limited tolerance for disturbance. Boats that crowd it, swimmers who block its path, or tourists who try to touch it can create stress. Respectful distance is part of responsible whale shark conservation. The whale shark's long life makes its vulnerability more serious. Scientists estimate that whale sharks may live between 80 and 130 years, using evidence from vertebral growth bands and growth rates observed in free-swimming sharks. An animal that can live for more than a century is usually shaped by slow biological timelines. It may take many years to mature, and populations may recover slowly when adults are lost. This matters because a single large whale shark is not easily replaced. It represents decades of survival through changing ocean conditions, predators, fisheries, storms, and human activity. When long-lived species decline, the damage can continue for generations. Their lives move on a timescale far longer than most human planning. Today, the whale shark is listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List. Its population has declined by more than 50% over the last 75 years. The causes are largely human. In some places, whale sharks have been targeted directly for meat, fins, or oil. Even where targeted fishing has been reduced, they can still be harmed as bycatch, caught accidentally in fisheries aimed at other species. Because they are large and slow-moving, they can become entangled or injured by gear that was never meant for them. Their huge migratory range adds another challenge. A whale shark protected in one country's waters may later pass through another region where enforcement is weaker, risks are higher, or fishing pressure is greater. Collisions with large ships are another major threat. Whale sharks often spend time near the surface, especially when feeding or traveling through productive coastal waters. That surface zone is also where boats and ships move. A large vessel may not detect a whale shark in time, and the shark may not be able to avoid the impact. Some collisions are documented, but many likely go unnoticed, especially in remote waters. This threat shows how difficult marine conservation can be. The ocean looks wide open, but human traffic overlaps with animal movement in important corridors. Reducing risk may require better tracking, speed restrictions in known hotspots, and greater awareness from shipping and tourism operators. For a slow giant, safe passage matters. Whale shark tourism can be both a solution and a problem. When managed well, it gives local communities a reason to protect living whale sharks. Tour guides, boat operators, hotels, and conservation groups can benefit from visitors who want to see these animals in the wild. That creates economic value without killing the shark. It also turns public fascination into education and political support. But unmanaged tourism can become harmful. Too many boats, aggressive approaches, crowding, touching, and chasing can disturb the animals, especially during feeding. The best programs use strict rules, limited numbers of swimmers, controlled boat distances, no physical contact, and trained guides. The goal should be observation, not interference. A whale shark encounter should leave the animal's behavior unchanged. The whale shark is one of the ocean's great paradoxes, enormous but gentle, ancient in lineage but threatened by modern industries, powerful in appearance but dependent on tiny drifting food. It reminds us that size does not guarantee safety. Protecting whale sharks means protecting feeding sites, reducing bycatch, managing ship traffic, enforcing fishing laws, and making tourism responsible. It also means understanding the ocean as a connected system. The plankton bloom, the fish spawning event, the warm current, the migration route, and the quiet surface-feeding shark are all linked. If those links break, even the largest fish can disappear. The whale shark does not need to be feared. It needs space, food, safe passage, and enough human restraint to let the gentle giant keep moving through the blue. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more explainers.